Hey. Ho, 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 ho. I know what you're thinking. I know what you're thinking. You are thinking that we are in a pickle today because we went partying all afternoon yesterday and we came home late after the meet and greet and we didn't have time to put together the news. Well, let me tell you something. We are more than prepared to endure, embrace the challenge of today's coffee and headlines because we did our homework. So if you're ready for today's broadcast, just take a deep breath and enjoy it. Are you ready? I am ready. I'm the pickle, and now I give you, the usual spiel. Well, wasn't yesterday fun? Hello. Welcome back to Coffee and Headlines. What a pleasure to meet so many of you yesterday at the meet and greet. But I don't want to get ahead of myself. I want to first and foremost go through the usual motion of welcoming everyone to Coffee and Headlines, our morning get together live here on Facebook, where we connect with one another. We connect with our surroundings through headlines from Puerto Vallarta, our state Jalisco, and our country Mexico, with the purpose of, better connecting with all the good stuff that we have to enjoy here. Oh my goodness, we have somebody watching from Varadero in Cuba. Kelly, how fun. I'm envious. I hope the weather is good out there, and I hope you're having a good time. Uh, and yes, Karen, everybody was asking about you. Oh no. Oh no, Karen tested positive for COVID. I am so sorry to hear that. I am so sorry to hear that. If there's anything you need, Karen, please let us know because we're here for you. I hope you're feeling better, and I hope this will pass really really quickly. Anyhow, we have news, of course. I am not as prepared as I usually like to be, but we have a lot of news, and I have a surprise show and tell for you that I prepared just in case we didn't have enough news today or enough time to go through the news. But before we dive in, as always, if you are new to the live broadcast, feel free to let us know by writing the word new in your comment. We'll give you a nice little welcome. And if you have something on your mind that you want to share with everyone, and it's particularly important to you, please add a capital letter Q, and we'll be so very happy to look at it during the comment section later on. Let's dive in. 700 athletes from Mexico and 20 different countries will meet this Sunday to participate in the Astri Vallarta 2022 triathlon, organized by As Deporte, a sporting goods company. This means that you will have access to awesome eye candy as you see the competitors go by. or you will be miserable trying to get from one side of the city to the other, as the main lanes along Francisco Medina Asensio will be closed to vehicular traffic on Sunday from 6 to 11 in the morning. The event will kick off at 7 a.m. at the beach along the Malecón near City Hall, and then also around Parque Hidalgo, they say. Elsewhere in the city, the 66th International Fishing Tournament started yesterday with over 40 different vessels competing for top prizes. Hang on just a second. Much better. Thank you. Anyhow, there will be over 40 different boats competing for top prizes in 3 different events. The first one took place yesterday. The second one is ongoing as I speak. And the final one will take place tomorrow with a closing ceremony at 6 p.m. at the Marina Vallarta Malecón. Nayarit State Attorney Petronilo Diaz Ponce has bad news for former Nayarit Governor Ney González, because he is now officially wanted by authorities for unlawful use of his power, the falsification of documents, and for pocketing or laundering or otherwise hanging on to as much as 90 million pesos during his administrations. That's a shitload of money. The former governor is, of course, missing in action, and a red flag has been lifted throughout Mexico to prevent him from leaving the country, and the Interpol has been notified so he can be located anywhere in the world. And what do we say to that? Tómala. And with that, and gracefully, we dive into the weather forecast. Let's see what we got. Oh, the National Park Service is only telling people not to lick the Sonoran Desert toad because they don't want a bunch of people running around with superpowers. I don't know what to tell you. I did read about some people that were going around licking toads yesterday, but I don't know what to tell you. All I can tell you is that it's 25 degrees, feels like 28. Humidity is at 75%. And our Fahrenheit temperature feels, let me start again, 25 degrees, feels like 28. Humidity is at 75%, and our temperature in Fahrenheit degrees is 77. Our weather forecast for today says humid throughout the day with a high of 29 and a low of 19. Tomorrow, Saturday, humid throughout the day with a high of 29, a low of 19. And Sunday, humid through the day with a high of 29 and a low of 19. Sounds like deja vu, doesn't it? But that's the weather, and I think it is absolutely wonderful out there. Let me see. We now have, okay. So thinking to myself, well, maybe, Paco, it's going to be a long night and you will not have a lot of time to prepare all the news that you like to prepare for tomorrow's broadcast, tomorrow being today. I went and did a surprise walk around. You see, the other night I went and had dinner at El Brujo, and I think I mentioned that to you. And I saw that around the corner there was a new venue. What I didn't know at the time was that it is a new project by Francine from Bonito Kitchen, and it's called Casita Garden, and it is a wine and sake bar and shop. And instead of talking about it, why don't I just show you what I saw? And it goes like this. Hello everyone, I am standing right across the street from Casita Garden, the new project by Francine of Bonito Kitchen fame. And I'm going to take you inside so you can see exactly what we're talking about. This project just opened recently, and it's a wine and sake bar that is located literally right around the corner from Bonito Kitchen. And as you can see, it's a private home that has been converted into this gorgeous outdoor space, and it's got Asian written all over it. I've already walked in here, and one of the waiters was kind enough to share their menu with me, and I can see that you can choose wine tastings, sake tastings, wine by the glass, and There's cocktails. The good thing about this is that it is connected to the Bonito Kitchen by way of a little passage. So in the evening you can order small bites from Bonito Kitchen, and there's also cheese available here, tables of cheese that you can order. And there's a store that I want to show you that I have never seen, but I've been told that it is open. La entrada a la tienda es por allá abajo, ¿verdad? Check out this fountain. This fountain makes sure that you don't fall asleep because it fills with water, and sometime before Christmas, there it goes. There you go. And it does that over and over again. And then coming down here, there is a wine store. Muchas gracias. Buenas tardes. There is an air-conditioned wine store. Check this out. With all kinds of wonderful chingaderas to buy. I love it. There's wines from Mexico here. Oh, I love that Nebbiolo. That's a good wine. And for those of you that come here from the United States thinking there's only California wine to enjoy, you are missing out if you don't give yourselves the opportunity to try Mexican wines. And here is our bartender, nuestro cantinero, sí. And here are your host and hostess, los anfitriones. My name is Paco. Hola, ¿qué tal?
Did you take a look at the sake?
Oh my goodness, so this is a whole, and it comes from up there?
This contraption here is the craft beer. It's called El Terribles, and it's made here locally in a town called Guapinole.
Wow.
And these are just for great looks, but this is where they used to store the sake.
Wow. So now you're using those sake containers to store the craft beer?
To hide the refrigerator where
okay.
the craft.
Then it's nice decoration.
Yeah.
But you have...
This one does have sake.
That one does have sake?
Yes.
Okay. Great selection. I love it. And how is it going so far? Are you getting a lot of people?
We're getting an event tomorrow, and over the weekend, a Japanese chef is coming in specifically to cook for us.
That is wonderful.
A bunch of guests.
That is wonderful. Well, it's a pleasure to be here, and we're going to enjoy some cocktails out there.
Brett will show you something else.
Oh, there's more.
There's more.
Okay.
This is our cellar.
Oh my good. Oh wow. Santo Dios. This is a wine cellar.
And sake as well.
And we get to go down there?
Yeah, you can go.
Oh my God, I really do want to go
It's
down.
really cold actually. So
It's-
it's really important to keep the temperature of the room between 10 and 13 degrees because some of the sakes and wine are really sensibles. Cambio de temperatura.
They don't like the temperature changes.
Yeah, so it's really important to keep that temperature.
Can I even try to go down here?
Yeah.
I mean,
Go ahead.
this is a really, check this out guys, I can't die, obviously, but this is a very cozy, tiny, little place. Oh my gosh.
But I'm going
I can't
down.
believe I'm even trying to do this. This is not for round people like myself. And I hope that the broadcast, the camera, will pick this up. But if you look around, there's all kinds of wine, and I'm going to come back up here because I have my backpack behind me, and we would not want to accidentally pull a single bottle of wine.
It was
And
a
I like
tiny
your
hole.
shoes.
Oh, thank you.
Related to
Tiny.
mine. See, there you go.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
There you go. Nice stuff.
Yeah. We're shoes.
We're shoe buddies. Okay, thank you very much.
Go.
And this was a quick look at the wine. So you also serve, you can also sit in here and enjoy?
Yes.
Excellent. Okay, well,
Okay, so that's like
with option.
I'm going to go back with my friends, but I thank you so much. So this is Francine's new project, and I hope you'll give it a go. As you can see, it's another nice alternative to all the increasing alternatives we have here in Puerto Vallarta to enjoy a nice glass of wine or 5. I will talk to you soon. Ciao.
And that was a quick and dirty look around of Francine's new space. We wish her a lot of good luck with that project. And it's time to talk about last night. Last night was the most amazing, beautiful, humongous, warm, loving, and I don't mean warm as in temperature. I mean warm as in the vibe was just great during the meet and greet. It was the highest attendance we've ever seen, I think. The place was packed, but I love working with and collaborating rather with Gina at Whiskey Kitchen, because Whiskey Kitchen has been the host of all our meet and greets, and they know the drill, they know what to expect, so they were totally prepared. And what was a lovely surprise for me is that my friend Eric took it upon himself to take all kinds of wonderful photographs that I'm going to show to you now. And as long as we're going to do that, let me find the photos. Here we go. And because we're doing photos, where's my fun music? Maybe I can turn it on while we're doing this. Yes, we can. There we go. So here is the first photo that I took, that Eric took, or the first. I'm putting them in a little bit of an order just to give you a sense as to what was going on. And let me see. Gina took us by surprise by welcoming everyone with a free beverage, which was a sweet, sweet, unexpected touch. So everybody got a welcome cocktail, which was absolutely wonderful. And of course, Harry, Gina's lovely, lovely dog, was there to welcome everyone that was present. And it was packed. Like, there were a lot of people. Some of the people that I saw are people that are regular attendees, but then there were a lot of people that I had never met before, and that was, of course, a lot of fun. There's Kathy sitting talking to Den, and of course there is Brad and Bronica, with other friends that we met through the evening. There's Eric on the right, and there's Christy in the middle. Christy, of course, is our local wild squirrel and raccoon specialist that is here in town for a while, and it was a pleasure to see her, and it was a pleasure to see everyone. But you know, I have a soft spot for Christy because what she does with wild animals is just absolutely wonderful. There are Michal and Barry on the right, with a friend on the left, and more people that were present. It was so much fun. And Gina put together a small bite menu so that people could order from it, and it was very well handled. I give it to Gina and her staff because they are very, very, very supportive of this event that we put together about 4 times a year to connect in person, to make new acquaintances, to find new neighbors, and also to connect with business people. I'm so very happy to hear that our friend Todd, who provides others with access to television via internet, got a good contract yesterday evening, and I am just very happy for the fact that this happened through Coffee and Headlines. And there was a great unexpected surprise that I found out about through the halfway through the event, the entire, well, I don't know if it's the entire, but members of the bass section of the Puerto Vallarta Gaymen's Chorus were there. And it was a pleasure to learn about their upcoming concerts and activities. And of course, it was a pleasure to greet them. I, being a musician and a former choral conductor and a former member of the Gaymen's Chorus here in Puerto Vallarta and also in Boston, it's nice to see that this activity continues to flourish in our city. And at some point, we made some announcements. We congratulated everyone that has recently received a permanent card to be able to be here, a permanent resident card. We welcomed newcomers, and it was just great. And towards the end of the gathering, this amazing bluegrass band set up shop. It was 6 members. I mean, there was even a fiddle player. And I do have a little bit of a musical treat of how fun it gets at Whiskey Kitchen. And I believe this band is going to be playing at Whiskey Kitchen every Thursday night. Could this be the new bluegrass destination in Puerto Vallarta? Check it out. Yeehaw! And of course, I want to once again thank our friend Eric for taking all these wonderful photographs while I was occupied hosting and walking around and making sure that people would not just talk amongst their friends. We try to make sure that people walk from one table to another, and I think we did okay. And now I want to, no, even before we start with the comments, I cannot underexpress. What am I trying to say? Luna, help me. If I don't say this enough, I'll say it again. You friends, you members of the cluster, make such an amazing community. I'm so honored to be here to facilitate it, but your trust in these gatherings, your trust in Coffee and Headlines as a source for reliable, trustworthy, fun information about Puerto Vallarta and Mexico is so important to me, and I'm so grateful and honored to be able to do this. The end. Now, let's take a look at your comments and see what everybody is up to. Lots of good mornings. Yes, the pickle snuck into the camera this morning. We hadn't seen the pickle in a while, but I don't know. Maybe the pickle should be around more often. You tell me what you think. If you'd like to see more pickle, I'm so happy to show you my pickle anytime you want. Anyhow, let's see. Good morning. Great meeting. Great meeting a lot of you last night. Thank you to Paco and Gina for a fun evening. Well, I want to thank Gina because Gina is a wonderful hostess and a great friend. Thank you to everyone who came out to socialize last night. What a pleasure it was to put live people with the photos and comments on Facebook. Thank you, Paco, for gathering us together. Thank you, Gina and staff, for the great hospitality. It was great. Let's see what else. Suzanne says, fun time at meet and greet last night. Thank you, Paco. Yay. Good morning, everyone from rainy Cincinnati. Ooh, Doug, what can I tell you? Karen, my thoughts are with you. If there's anything we can do for you, please let us know. So thrilled to see that Puerto Vallarta has birthed its own bluegrass band. Well, I tell you, Lee, I don't know how long all or any of these musicians are going to be in town, but I was so amazed at their musicianship. And it was the first time I've ever heard bluegrass music live in my life. What a treat. And everybody loved what they were playing. One thing I will say, as a seasoned musician myself, you could clearly see that these folks were speaking the same language. And when I asked the leader how long they have been rehearsing, he said, "Oh, we just started less than a month ago," which goes to say that when you find musicians that speak the same language and not the language of the backup tracks, wonderful things happen. Did I just throw some shade at musicians that rely on backup tracks? Absolutely. Let's see what else. I hope the attorney has a lot of bodyguards. This must have to do with Ney González. I hear you. Jean Lara says, "Buenos dias from Las Gaviotas. It was so fun to see everyone come to the meet and greet. It was great to see you. I may have missed it. I saw a comment by my dear friend Danny. Where is your comment, Danny? I saw Danny yesterday at the Casita Garden place, and Danny is a wonderful chef, private chef, and I wanted to let you know about her. If you ever need a private chef, just write the word Danny, and I'm sure she will read your comment, and she will find a way to contact you and tell you about her services. I don't get this, but I'm going to read it. President Peña Nieto says to Nayarit President Ney, "Holds my beer." I don't know what that expression means, but I am going to read it. In fact, I just did. Let's see what else we have. There's Daniela. Daniela Verona. Private chef. If you need a private chef for a special function or for this, that, and the other, I totally recommend Daniela. She's a dear friend of mine. She is a dear friend of my friend Nina Goodhope, and she can bake and cook all kinds of wonderful things. Join the club, Dave. The fountain is beautiful, but it makes me want to go wee-wee as well. Francie never stops amazing me. How stunning. Yes, and the good thing is that Francie has a great following through Bonito Kitchen and her charitable pursuits. I am certain that there will be a lot of people that will want to explore this new place. Charles says, "Looks like when we move to Puerto Vallarta next year, we won't miss wine tastings in California." Not only that, Charles, but, and I'm going to be very frank here, a lot of people that come to visit from the United States, for better or worse, have not been exposed to as much wine from other places. And I find it interesting that a lot of people will insist on coming here and drinking California wine when there are so many amazing varieties from all over the continent and elsewhere in the world available locally, not to mention Mexican wine, which is absolutely fantastic. I am sure, Charles, that if you are a wine drinker, no, you will not find vineyards near Puerto Vallarta, but you will not lack choices in terms of lovely wines to enjoy. Let's see what else. Molly says, "Loved meeting you last night. The feeling is mutual." And oh my God, my voice is totally raspy today. My bad. Let's see what else. Eric, this is Eric who took those beautiful photographs. It was so great to see you and Tommy. And thank you again for the photographs. And of course, if you wish to wish Eric a happy birthday, Eric is turning 50 and we are celebrated with a private dinner at Oculto next week. So as long as you are here, my friend, thank you for being my friend. Thank you for the photographs. And happy birthday in advance, Eric Allen. You are a great addition to my world. And speaking of Oculto, here is Carmen talking again about her upcoming Thanksgiving dinner, and she has a special prize for Coffee and Headlines members. There's the link, and of course, you can also find the link in yesterday's show notes. Mazel tov to Barbara Salvage, who received permanent resident cards yesterday. And what else do we have? The on the Bayou song, Steel Magnolias. Yes, of course, absolutely. Let's see what else. More pickle. Oh no. Oh no, more pickle. Seven sleeps and we'll be home. Sorry, we missed the festivities. No problem. There will be more, as you well know. Sounds like great dancing music. Oh, we danced. We most certainly danced. Oh, hold the beer. Hold my beer, says the bigger crook or bigger whatever. Fair enough. I was not familiar with the phrase, but yes, between Ney González and Peña Nieto, I don't know what to say. Let's see what else. Ta-da-ta-di-ta-ta. Pat had to drive all the way down to Las Juntas. You know, Pat, I want to make a deal with you. If you ever show me around Las Juntas, maybe we can do a walking tour or a something tour. If you're game, let me know. I've been thinking that I have not been to Las Juntas y Los Veranos. If that's where you are, I'm not sure if you're in Las Juntas y Los Veranos or Las Juntas, the other Las Juntas, but I haven't been in Las Juntas y Los Veranos in forever, and I've been curious to go and walk around and see what's out there. So let me know if this is something you can help me with, or steer me in the right direction, or suggest places that I can go so that we can learn more about what's going on in that neighborhood recently. And this, my friends, brings us to the end of today's broadcast. I am so full of good energy and gratitude from yesterday, it's not even funny. And hey, today is Friday, so the weekend begins. I don't know what you have planned for yourselves, but I am going to go to the movies, hopefully to go see Wakanda Forever. And I am going to go to El Tuito on Sunday. I'm going to visit Luis Tellos's restaurant, La Parota, I think it's called, and I'm going to tell you all about it. And yes, that's what we're going to do. Now, before I leave, I see an interesting and important question here. Are the meet and greets always at Whiskey Kitchen? So far, and for the near future, yes, Ronnie. The reason is because by doing something at Whiskey Kitchen, we are A, supporting a personal friend, B, supporting a restaurant that has been very kind and generous to Coffee and Headlines, and 3, and I have to be perfectly honest with you, it's right around the corner from my house. Will we ever do meet and greets elsewhere? Of course, we can certainly consider that, but it takes a certain amount of logistics, and it takes a certain amount of having a space to have enough people. So if you would like to let us know of a place that you think would be suitable for a meet and greet, we are all ears. I adore Gina and I adore Whiskey Kitchen, but we're not married to the venue. It is just a very convenient, comfortable, warm place for us to get together. So that is what we have for today. I hope you have a great weekend. We'll be back tomorrow with more news and more stories for all of us to enjoy. Have a good one.